Hey guys, so this is the grand finale of this year's Lantern Rite. Last year's Lantern Rite was pretty fun, um, but this year they really stepped it up with more with the kind of like the things you can do. We didn't get Theater Mechanicus back this year, which is a shame. Last year that was the pinnacle of the Lantern Rite Festival, was the Theater Mechanicus. For those of you who played then, that was the highlight. Everyone was like, oh my god, this thing is so freaking amazing. The cutscene also was absolutely gorgeous. And this one is no different, but this one, while the other one was more simplistic and it just kind of showed one thing, the flying around, the go into the air. This one's focusing on characters and stuff like that. We actually get dialogues, and they took the last year's festival music that was playing and kind of like redid it a little bit for this one. I've said before, and I'll keep saying this: these have no right being as amazing as they are for a free-to-play game. These MiHoYo truly loves what they're doing. People may say, oh, censorship that they're doing, but they don't have a choice. Their headquarters is in China, and guess who pretty much controls everything in China? So there are things that they have no control over. If they want to stay in business and continue making this amazing game, they have to make changes, unfortunately. But that didn't stop them from producing this amazing cutscene. I'll let you guys watch it. So here we go. This is the fleeting colors and flight event cutscene animation, aging of flowing hues.
Lady Keqing, the item Lady Ningguang prepared for you has arrived.
Traveler, wait here for a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Huh? Must be something important.
Traveler, Paimon? Ningguang had her personal tailor make it for me. Said it's an imported style. Well, do you like it?
Wow, it's beautiful!
It's time. Traveler, please enjoy the grand finale of this year's Lantern Rite. The fireworks show.
Check you out. Looking pretty fancy.
Only a true treasure catches the eye of Captain Beidou. Seems I've struck gold with this one.
Did you see that? Way over there, a firework that looks just like a pig.
So it does.
Hey everyone, time to eat. Food's ready. No better way to celebrate.
Dr. Baiju, sorry to trouble you again this year.
No trouble at all.
Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite!
So that last little bit right there, such a great background that I made it my background. That is just an amazing picture. You know, you got Xinyan and Yunjin, Keqing looking, you know, amazing. Ningguang looking amazing. Beidou looking like Beidou. But the cutscene itself, it was just as good as last year's, and I was wondering what they were going to do this year. I didn't know if they were going to just kind of like reuse it, considering the kind of centerpiece was a lot different this year. So I didn't know what they were going to do. If they had just reused the first one, I really wouldn't have cared, because the first one still is absolutely amazing. And I actually might rewatch it, because I can watch it over and over. But this one has basically every Liyue character involved in some kind of way. You know, you see the Millilith walking around, you see the kids and, you know, the parents walking around. One of Ningguang's assistants, that remix, it's not really remix, it's just redone, but the Lantern Rite music, God, I love it. The Fatui, like little couple right here, everyone memes them and it's like, bring them back, bring them back together. I forgot her Yinger, but I think she drops very subtle hints that she's like fucking horny all the damn time, it seems. She'll insinuate things, like when she talks, the way she describes things, it's like, I think she's got more on her mind than just what she's talking about. Keqing looking absolutely amazing. I love that it looks like the night sky. You can see on the top, it's got like, you see like right here, the bit of white, it's like the stars, and kind of how it fades. It starts like a black, and then it kind of goes to a purple or dark blue, kind of like the night sky. I absolutely love the contrast of colors and just everything about hers. And then you have Ningguang's, which is exactly the same, except hers has got more gold on it, and rightfully so. It's Ningguang, but the same color. You got the white right there. You got the gold trimmings, and so the Genshin community, there's a part of it that, like all communities, they like to ship. So now we see the Ningguang and Beidou here. We see Yunjin and Xinyan right there. They're like, oh god, I'm shipping them. They're totally together. And people were like, so people just can't be friends anymore? But I think Beidou and Ningguang are a bit more than friends. The way they talk to each other, the way they talk about each other, I think they're a bit more than friends. And that's perfectly fine. You know, it's like it like comes up and it's like, wow, look at you. And when she says that, you know, only gold catches the eye of Captain Beto, and or only treasure captured catches the eye of Captain Beto, who looks like I struck gold. The way they talk about each other while they're around each other in a way, there's something going on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, they're awesome characters. And you can see the way she's got her vision, looks like right there on her side. But like you can see the same thing, the top right there, she's got kind of like that starry night sky sort of look. Almost like feathers right here, but I absolutely love it. They replaced the little thing right there that she normally has with a blue one. We have Shenhe, who might be seeing her first Lantern Rite, because I think this is like her first time in Liyue for anything really. So she's getting to experience her first Lantern Rite. And of course we got Madame Ping and Yan Fei and the Cocoa Goat herself. Thank God I finally got her. Yan Fei. I'm sure two people during the Lantern Rite will be extremely busy afterwards. Yan Fei, because of all the people trying to sue, like, oh, I got hurt. And then Hu Tao, because, you know, people are around fireworks and accidents happen. So I'm sure business is booming after the Lantern Rite sometimes. But we got the Adepti, except for her Shenhe, she's not an Adepti. She's a normal human who just kind of like has the power, the strength of an Adepti. But they're friends. And then we got Xingqiu and Chongyun, who people ship together. And I mean, they're a cute couple if they are. Xiangling and Guoba. Such a cute little boy there. If I saw him, I would just pat him on the head and give him cheek pinches, and he's just adorable. And of course, my two favorite characters of all time, Hu Tao and Zhongli. What can I say about these two? Of course, they showed Ashtaha, the little thing that they... Like, the stone was stabbed, the tablet was already there, but it looks like they're kind of offerings and, you know, prayers and such for him now, since he was a friend, a pet, or not really pet, but a friend of Zhongli. So we have Cloud Retainer, and during the quest, she mentions, because we're going around trying to give the Adepti gifts that Keqing has made and got for them. But she's like, yeah, Mountain Shaper and Moon Carver, they're gone. I don't know where they went off to. But here we see that, you know, we've got Moon Carver coming up there, and we have Mountain Shaper right there. So all three friends are back, and they get to enjoy the Lantern Rite together. And of course, our boy Zhao, who, you know, doesn't like the cluttered streets of the harbor, so he just kind of sits at the inn, and he's enjoying it from afar this year. Last year, he was at the harbor, but kind of like up on a hill just outside of town. But here, he's at the inn in his favorite spots, and you know, that smile. Zhao's smiling. It's the puppy apocalypse. You know, when he smiles, because you got to remember him, he's like bearing the negative emotions of everyone. So he's like in constant agony with it, the karma and all that. So when he's smiling, you know it's a good time for him. And of course, we got Dr. Baizhu Changsheng and Chi-Chi. Changsheng is the name of his snake. It is actually a living snake. It's not just something he has around his neck. So I assume when he gets released as a character, hopefully Changsheng is part of his moves, you know, either his skill or his burst. That would be really, really cool. Because, I mean, if you're going to have a snake around your neck. But we have little Miss Chi-Chi. And yeah, and then the grand finale of everyone watching, and we got Yujin and Jinyan right there. We have Beidou and Ningguang, and then Kaching, and us, and Paimon's there, I guess. But it was a great finale. I played it earlier, and I forgot to record it. I was going to, but I'm like, damn it, I forgot. I was just I finished it off. I was also doing the special event to finish up, so that way I could get the outfit, Ningguang's outfit, along with one of the free characters. So I managed to finally get Zhongling to C6. Of all the characters you could get for free this year, Zhongling and Yunjin were the only ones that I needed to get to C6. Everyone else was maxed out. But Yunjin, I haven't really used since I got her. So I was like, well, let me, max out Zhongling instead. I use her a lot more than I use, because Zhongling is really, really good. So I was like, yeah, Yunjin can wait. I only need to get her one more time before she's maxed out. So I'm like, let me just... Everyone else I had. But, yeah, and then, like, the perfect background. It's just perfect. Perfection. The music was amazing. The visuals are amazing. Lantern Rite this year, you're not having to fucking give away all your paper, the lanterns to people. It's like, oh, I need lanterns. Can you make me like 5 of them? And you're like, okay, that's like all I have right now, but sure, I'll more than happily give them all to you. But the events you were doing, the shadow puzzles, those were really fun. Basically, they, it's one thing and you kind of twist it around until it makes the shape of whatever it is that they're showing at the time. And it has a little bar at the bottom saying how close you are, and when you're closer, it'll just get closer and closer. And then, yeah, each one, it gets harder. And then suddenly, like, the last one's got 3 pieces to move around. And it was really fun. And then there's, like, the island stuff where you're like traveling around and collecting, like, crates. Then there's one where you have to, like, destroy the balloon that's going around. That one was okay. I think the last one for today to finish things off was just fighting some treasure hoarders. Not that hard. But then there is the fireworks where you're making your own fireworks. You have little specifications, and pretty much the closer you get to them, the higher your score and stuff like that. You can also buy fireworks to make, and it was pretty fun. And then there was Ocean Defender, which they just took the boss battle from the Shenhe storyline and just made it to where you can work with people. I had a really good group, and I got it done 6 times within, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. It's not that hard as long as you have a good team that knows what they're doing. It's just a lot of, it's 3 heads you got to take down, and, with enough skill and everything, you're able to just defeat them at the first time around. If not, it just seems like it takes forever. But I had a really good group. So I got that done. I got Ningguang's outfit. I got the free character. I bought everything that I could. The crown and the ascension items. So I've done everything for Lantern Rite this year. If only Theater Mechanicus was part of it, that would have been amazing. Like I said, I can always go with some Theater Mechanicus. That is by far one of the coolest things that they've added to the game. And it just needs to be a permanent part. It really does. If you haven't seen Theater Mechanicus, I suggest looking up videos of what it is. It is so fun. At first, when you look at it, you're like, okay, it's nothing special, but it really takes a lot of tactic and skill. I mean, even when you level all your, totem type things up, it's still a pain in the ass. But yeah, that was the end of the Lantern Rite Festival. I mean, it's still going on. It's going on through February, but seemed like it took forever the last time. But here it is. It just started a couple days ago, and already we're at the end. But if you guys took part in it, what did you think of it? Was it better than last year's? Was it, a little less than last year's? Let me know. If this is your first time experiencing something like this. I mean, if this doesn't convince you to try the game out, I don't know what does or what will. It's a free-to-play game. Again, it's a free-to-play game. Has no right being this amazing. You don't have to spend jack shit on it. When they start you out, they're more than generous enough with, pulls and all that, with primos but yeah, download it, try it out. If you don't like it, you just uninstall it. Not a big deal. But that was it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. This is going to be one of those ones that I can always go back to. I can come back to next year and like, wow, this is just as amazing as when it happened, last year. I still go back and watch the first one. I'm like, it's just as good now as it was when I first saw it. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.